We do have some injury stuff that we could also be talking about, Zach. We do have some rumors going on out there. Have you heard of the rumors of some of the injury stuff going on?
I've heard of some rumors, and I am not happy about them.
Yeah. What would you say? So obviously we have Josh Simmons who got hurt. It's not been confirmed. Like nobody has come out and told everybody that he is out for the season, but we can pretty well say he's out for the season based off Ryan Day's comments. We heard about Quinshon Judkins. He's not supposed to miss any time with the hand, but the big one has been Lathan Ransom with his foot injury. What's been your biggest concern with the injuries right now, Zach?
Well, I mean, I think the fact that we knew about Josh Simmons being out most likely for the season, it kind of adjusted my expectations, and so I think that is the single biggest injury problem. That being said, we kind of knew that was the case as soon as he went down in the Oregon game. I, I might say that Lathan Ransom might be almost the second most indispensable player on this team.
Oh yeah.
Be- I mean, Caleb Downs, I feel like him and Caleb Downs are probably the two most, because behind them, I'm just not sure how much I trust Malik. Malik Hartford has put on some good tape, but I'm like, man, Lathan Ransom has been so good in the box. That safety spot has been, I think, the bright spot of the defense. And to lose him for extended time, especially if he's not there for Indiana, which that's a while. But against Indiana and against Penn State, that those are the two games I'd be really concerned about if he's out for extended periods of time. He's played really well.
Yeah, he has played really well. I'm torn on Lathan Ransom. I think Lathan Ransom is a really good player. However, we do have Caleb Downs back there as well, and we have Malik Hartford, some other guys who haven't really played a whole lot this season, but we did see him play before. So for me, like this is going to be hard losing him, but I feel like there could be some better players that could come in for him if he does miss some time. Otherwise, with a guy like Quinshon Judkins, if he misses time, I have confidence in James Peoples, but there's still only two other running backs that I really have confidence in. I feel like there's other guys I could have confidence in. So, and Fisherman's bringing them up here. He says Howard, Seth,
Yeah.
McLaughlin, and Downs are also a concern as well. I do wonder how much of those were just like they were out because of the bye week and not practicing and stuff like that. It sounds like this Lathan Ransom injury is kind of the bigger one, but we won't really know until maybe the press conference tomorrow. Ryan Day will give us some more information, and then obviously Saturday during the game.
It, Ryan Day's track record on announcing any injuries before 2 hours before game time, we're not learning nothing tomorrow.
I mean, he did say the thing about Josh Simmons though before.
That was pretty obvious. That was
Yeah,
like non-contact injury. They brought out the cart. Like, what are you going to say? Well, we'll see if maybe he'll miss a couple games. Like, no, he's non-contact injury in a cart. Like, that's about the most obvious you can get.
yeah. Yeah, I agree. That would be pretty obvious. So we'll see. I mean, it's one of those things where you never like injuries, but we knew this was going to happen, right? We knew injuries were going to be a thing that would eventually
Yeah,
happen and be a part of this team. I do like the depth more of this team than I have teams in the past, but
that's
uh,
fair. That's
we'll
fair.
see. How do you feel about the offensive line with Josh Simmons being out? Zen Mikulski most likely coming in to be the left tackle. Ryan Day announced that on the radio show. What do you think?
Um, I mean, I don't feel great. I The interior of the line has been, I think, pretty good. Right. Like, and I had forgotten about, I don't know how you forget about Seth McLaughlin. Seth McLaughlin has been great. Like, he's been really good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Seth McLaughlin's been really good. I don't have so much concern about Seth McLaughlin, but
Yeah.
just Zen Mikulski. How do you think he played against Oregon?
I, I, I don't know. I, I feel like you're asking about Mikulski or Seth. Sorry, I
Zen.
got distracted for a minute. Um, I thought he was serviceable.
You thought he
I
was
like,
serviceable. Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't say he was good. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say he was great. I thought he was serviceable, but I would hope that, like, I think for Ohio State to win a title, you've got to you've got to be better than serviceable. And so he's got to get better.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. I think he was solid. I wouldn't say he was bad against Oregon, but I definitely didn't see, like exceptional play, which I mean, it's going to be hard, right? You're not
Yeah.
going to get exceptional play out of somebody the very first time they get in there and they start playing in a big game like that. But I still felt like there were times when, Will Howard, he was maneuvering the pocket and stuff like that, making up for some of Zen Mikulski's mistakes and pressures that were allowed. Just pressures I don't think you would have had with Josh Simmons. But at the end of the day, Josh Simmons is a first rounder. So
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah. I still I think Josh Fryer he's gotten better, but I think that's where I'm concerned is the tackles.
right.
Fisherman makes a good point. Like Zen, I think Chip can scheme, but I still am a little concerned about Chip and his play calling too. I think my hope is that they've used the bye week to kind of get out of some of their cutesy tendencies, but I'm still I'm concerned about both. I'm concerned about the tackle spots and the ability to pass block. And while I thought Will Howard played admirably with the rush coming at him, there's Oregon did not have Jordan Birch.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that was one of the biggest things for me is Will Howard and what he's been able to do despite the pass rush being able to get to him and stuff like that. The offensive line has been good this year. He's not been pressured nearly as much as some other people have been, obviously, but when the pressure has got to him, he's not been making terrible decisions. And I know he's had a few picks on the year and stuff like that, but you look at the rest of college football, and when he is pressured and he tries to throw the ball and he goes too fast, obviously, yeah, that's not good, but he has been scrambling. He has been making making plays with his legs and maneuvering the pocket well. So somebody like Kyle McCord, I don't want to disparage Kyle McCord and keep bringing him up, but somebody like Kyle McCord, he struggled with that last year, not just throwing the ball when he was under pressure, but also maneuvering the pocket and falling back and stuff like that. So,
Yeah.
Zach, we do have a caller. We have Jason here, so
Yo, bring him on.
we're gonna bring Jason on. Jason, oh, and Jason went right off after that. So sorry,
No,
Jason.
come back.
I guess I
Come back,
brought him on
Jason.
too late. Jason, call back and we'll bring you on, man. So, yeah,
Disappeared
but
faster than Kyle McCord in the transfer portal.
yeah, he left so fast, went right to the portal of call-in shows. So,
Oh
um,
man. Yeah, I'm curious. What do you think Mikulski can be good enough for Ohio State to win round two?
against
If they
Oregon.
do, yeah, if they end up in Indy together.
Um, if he keeps improving, yes, I think he can be. He obviously won't be Josh Simmons level, but if he
Yeah.
keeps improving, he keeps getting better. I think he can be.